Hey guys, it is time to talk about all things Lane O'Neill. Hey guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome to the Book Path. I'm Nicole, and if this isn't your first rodeo, thanks for sticking around. So just like the little intro said, we are going to talk about all things Lane O'Neill. Now, Lane O'Neill is a author that is local to me. She is a fellow Georgia girl, obviously. I was not born and raised here, hence I do not have that lovely Southern accent that is so prevalent around here. That's wonderful. But I ended up meeting Lane O'Neill basically through Instagram. She was advocating some pre-orders for her first novel that she ever wrote, and she was doing like this wonderful like signed editions, come and meet and greet, and it was local to me, and I figured, you know what, let's go and try to support, a local author. The book in question is, or was, Lady Luck, and the premise just kind of spoke to me, and I was curious to see what it was about. And so I went down there, I got to meet her. I put pictures of this like a while back out on my Instagram. And then we flash forward to, I think it was about September, that I was notified that even though this lovely book came out, I think it was last spring, lo and behold, like 6 months later, and she's got the sequel, which is Mist Sunrise, coming out, which actually it ended up coming out on last Friday, which was November 22nd. And she was in need of some ARC readers, so I signed up to get a copy, and I didn't know if I was going to get a copy, so I hadn't started reading this yet, and surprise, surprise, I was selected to be one of the lucky ones to get a copy, an ebook copy of Mist Sunrise. So I was like, I need to sit down and read some of these, and I did that last week. So happy I did. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about Lady Luck first, and then we'll go into the very newly, freshly released Mist Sunrise. So basically, in Lady Luck, which there are two covers, this is the original cover, and then I'll go ahead and put the link, well, not the link, but I'll put the image here for the illustrated cover. I really love the illustrated cover. I mean, this is a stunning cover too, but there's just something about the illustrated cover that speaks to me. But basically, in Lady Luck, this is set down in like the Gulf area. I want to say Louisiana. But basically it's kind of got that Gulf feel. They talk about Alabama, they talk about Louisiana, they talk about all the states that are kind of bordering the Gulf over there. And you basically have the main character in this one, who is Bree, and she's grown up in this kind of casino resort area, and the casino in question is the Fortuna, and she grows up there because her grandmother loved to gamble and won it big. It just kind of never left. And so she's kind of this local celebrity at the Fortuna. And so Bree starts out by spending time on and off again with her. And through her mother had passed away when she was young, and through her father always working, she ends up living with her grandmother full time. And her grandmother really is actually not the nicest of ladies. She comes off as very manipulative, very controlling, has very high expectations of Bree, and kind of holds Bree to the standards that it feels like to finish off what her mother should have done before her mother passed away so young. So Bree's kind of stuck in this, she wants to do right. She wants to be a good granddaughter. She wants to be a good person, but it just gets to be overwhelming. And you find out that she got cast into the role of Lady Luck at Fortuna once she came of age. And Lady Luck is kind of like this icon. She's meant to be kind of like the spokesperson for this casino, and she will go up there and spin the wheels and just kind of be that like gimmicky icon for this casino. And some stuff has happened in her past romantically that has made her kind of fall apart, and she's trying to pick up the pieces and find herself. And lo and behold, she meets someone to help her do that, and that is Vin Lot. Now, one thing I will say is that the Lot family is like the most well-adjusted, sweet, loving family. I mean, they have their few little hiccups, but nothing like extremely tenuous or, I mean, they are a wonderful, wonderful family. The understanding, the love, and the support they give one another is so great. And it's also such an anchor for all the other characters in the story. So, Vin basically was studying, he's about 10 years older than Bree. I think he's 29 going on 30. She's like 22. Okay, so maybe not 10 years. But he used to want to be a chef, and basically there was a fire at the school. He got burned, and it kind of caused a lot of PTSD now with him and safety and being in kitchens. And so he goes into like kind of the IT computer, like he's not necessarily IT, but he works with computers, he does design, things like that, as far away as from a kitchen as you can basically get, right? And his family has moved into the casino resort area to take over a restaurant from a relative, and so his goal is to just stick around while things get up and flowing. And then he meets Bree, and he falls first, love at first sight for this guy right away. And he is literally starstruck for her. It is like the sweetest scene when he first sees her. And basically you have this wonderful, calm, romantic, like love story just kind of unfold. And what I loved about it is there's no third act breakup. There's no, like, there's trauma and kind of drama going on, but it's realistic. It's not somebody's cheating on some such and such and somebody's embezzling. Like, it's not these crazy heightened, things that you sometimes find in romance books. Everything that they're dealing with is real, and it's mostly about internal struggles and how you overcome them, and to be the person that you want to be, and not just be the person you want to be for you, but be the person that you want to be for the person that you have feelings for, and be the best part of yourself you can for that person as well as yourself, and start to kind of grow up, I guess, in a way. It's not like they're teenagers going whatever, but it is that kind of like part of your life where you're searching and you're trying to find yourself and get your feet on the ground, especially when you're trying to build this stuff and it might contradict the way that relatives in your life see your future, and how do you go against the people that you've been trying to love and respect all your life. So it was just really well done. I thought of that. I thought the two side characters in this are Cody, who is Bree's kind of gay bestie, and he is fantastic. He has got this attitude, and I just adored him for her. I thought he was great. And then you have Vin's younger brother, Liam. He is like all sass and flair, and I just absolutely like love him as well. And there's hints of Cody and Liam kind of maybe crushing on each other in this book, and I was here for it. It was absolutely great. Their little side like notes and addings, and just wonderful, wonderful parts of like found family with them, and I loved it, and I thought it was great. I ended up giving this one 5 stars. It was something refreshing for me because, like I said, I haven't really seen a romance as of late where it really is focusing on, internal struggles and feelings of insecurity and self-doubt and finding your inner strength, and having that really supportive person. It is a slow burn romance. There is some spice to it, some explicit spice, not huge amounts of it because, like I said, slow burn. But it was just everything it needed to be. This was like a Hallmark Channel movie, but without like the cheesiness to it, but with all the feels of like that feel good, that foundness, that love and support and like nourishment that you get from like a lot of those like romances on the Hallmark Channel, especially like the holiday romances, it just doesn't have like all kind of the ridiculous cheese to it. So I'm like, that's the best I can do to equate this for. Like, I think it's very much well worth picking up. I thought I was going to need a box of tissues for this. I did not. But like I said, it does hit you in the feels. It makes you happy, you know, despite kind of what they're struggling with. The love is like just so pure and sweet and just wonderful. And it's cute, and it just has its moments that just get you. And so I really, really, really did enjoy this. So I was very happy I went and picked it up. And then I was happy to go and move on to the sequel, which was The Ark, and that was Miss Sunrise. And this is a sequel, like I said, to Lady Luck, in the sense that we are now getting Cody and Liam's story, which was everything I wanted from the first one, because I wanted to see these two fantastic personalities kind of come together in their own romance. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. It wasn't bad at all. It's had the same kind of feelings, those same kind of positive, you know, feelings. I think the 2 reasons why it slipped from 5-star for me was that in Lady Luck, they had such fun, feisty, sarcastic, strong kind of like personalities. And I feel like once they became the main focus, those personalities kind of slipped a little. I was expecting some of the sass. I was expecting some of the sarcasm and the wit. And I didn't see it as much. And I think it's in part because in this story, you're dealing with kind of the emotional trauma that's going on really with Cody. Liam has a little bit of his own, but it's really about Cody's feelings of inadequacy, of his insecurities, of, you know, floundering, of never feeling like he can put down roots anywhere, feelings of abandonment, like all these serious issues that he's dealing with that make him kind of run from relationships. And in part to that seemed to be the big hang up for a majority of the story, where sometimes I found myself like wanting to just like slap reality into Cody and be like, you have to move on. You have to move on. It felt like it was sometimes going on a little too much, but I got it. I got the need for it. So it's just, that's a me thing on there. But I think for those reasons is why I put it as a 4 instead of a 5. Like, it still had all the wonderful feels. The Lot family is still just as wonderful in this. And you do see that sweetness from the Lot brothers, because I'm like, if you are gonna fall in love with somebody who is supportive and loving and understanding and nurturing and like golden retriever energy, then you can do no wrong with the Lot brothers, because they're wonderful. And so like I said, in this one you have Cody, who's kind of floundering. Obviously he was gone on the casino boat, little spoiler for this one, so a lot of his entrances and exits into this book for Bree, he's not like, he's there, but he's having to watch from afar as things are kind of unfolding. And that has kind of not sat well with him in Miss Sunrise, as he's dealing with the fact that, you know, he's gone for a while and all this stuff has unfolded to somebody he considers family, not even just a best friend with Bree. It's closer than that. They're like soulmates, but without the romance, if that makes sense. Like, they are just so there with each other, and not being able to be there when she was going through so much really has affected him. And to come back and find now that she's on the path to striving and she's with the Lot family and she's kind of has now her found family, Cody starts to wonder, you know, is there a place for me? You know, do I have a place here? And he feels like he's on the outsides looking in, you know, almost like he's been replaced. And which was, I guess, a third thing that kind of, I wanted to see more interaction with Bree and Cody and that kind of friendship. I wanted Bree to kind of be there for Cody the way that Cody was trying to be there for Bree in the first one. So I think those were kind of like the 3 things that kind of made it 4-star for me. It was still really good, like I said. There is spice. I want to say like 4 to 5 chapters of explicit male on male spice, which was, you know, it got steamy in some parts. It really did. There was one or two things that I personally probably could have done without, but I get it. But I loved, once again, you had Liam being there for Cody in just these wonderful, wonderful, calming ways, and how they were both the calm and storm for each other. And it was just, like I said, these Hallmark get you in the feels types of movies with a book form, with just good feelings, nurturing everything. The once again, the trauma drama in these is realistic. It's not over the top. These are very real things that people everyday life feel, especially in relationships, when we're trying to like start out and trying to find the one, and anchor yourself. And how do you do that? And how do you find out what path is yours to take? And I felt that in these. So I really, really enjoyed it. Liam is very artistic, and so they do get into some of what his art is, and I love it. I mean, so if a merch line ever comes out with some of these designs that Liam has designed for like the t-shirts that he wears for the Ari's restaurant, I might be interested in picking up some of them because they sound kind of fun and cool. But I did, like I said, I loved it. I highly recommend both of these. These are just really good if you're needing something that just shows a really positive way for looking at relationships and stability and things. If you're also dealing with any sort of things where you have your own self-doubts and insecurities, I think these books are, I would rate them in the category of, these are books that when you read them, they affect you and they help you to kind of move through some of the things that you might be going through. They have that kind of healingness to them. So I really, really think that they are great. I would say it's a duology, but I did reach out to the author and she has let me know that there may be a third book coming out in 2025, maybe 2026, I'm not sure, but there will be a third book coming out. I have no idea who the couple will be, because I mean, there's like only 2 other people that are around the same age range as Bree and Vin and Liam and Cody. But they're not really talked about characters, so it'd be interesting to see how they do that one, because they're also not in the same area. Otherwise, it might be something more on like the parental side, and there is one of the dads that I could maybe see it being his story, and you're gonna get kind of maybe that older, more mature romance. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, I do like the emotional navigation that kind of goes on in these books. But I did want to talk to you. So I finished both of them. They're both done. Once again, Lady Luck's already been out. Miss Sunrise came out November 22nd. And yeah, go pick these books up. They are really well done. Beautiful covers. Miss Sunrise also has the 2 covers. I am partial to the illustrated covers. I might have to go pick up both of those with the illustrated covers, with the kind of character art versus the more kind of what comes off as like a painting kind of cover. But I really enjoyed them, and I can't wait to see what is next from Lena O'Neill. So shout out to her for doing job well done on her, you know, first 2 novels. Way to go. I cannot wait to see what you have next. She is truly she's a really wonderful person. She has some sass and sarcasm herself when we met. So just a really great person. So go out, support her, get these books. Fall in love with the Lot brothers the way I did. Fall in love with Cody the way I did. Feel yourself with Bree, because I think she can be very representative of a lot of women out there. So pick them up, enjoy. That is about it for this video. This one's a little bit shorter. I am doing another spin, final spin. I will put that probably more in the wrap-up video for November when I get over to doing that one, not get used to it. But yes, I hope things are going well for you. And if you end up picking up these books or have read them, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. stay warm, stay hydrated, get yourself a warm drink to stay hydrated, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.